This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
It's Monday, folks. It's great to be back here again. And as I've said, keep the phone calls coming. You know, we talk about financing and buying homes and purchasing homes and even looking at business owners and, you know, where they are, where they started from. And I have a good friend of mine, Sean Marszalek, who I've actually been chatting a lot with recently regarding health, wellness, and certainly would love to share his thoughts on being an entrepreneur and giving back to the community. And it's great to have you here with me, Sean. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Well, here's the thing. We had a couple of laughs off the air about how your first name was spelled. It was based on a James Bond movie, or your mom's interest in James Bond.
My mother had a little crush on Sean Connery, James Bond, so yes, that's why it's spelled S-E-A-N.
Good choice, good choice. Tell me a little bit about Time, because this is a great company, and I'm absolutely fascinated by it, excited that you've launched this product, and how it's going to be helpful to our friends and our listeners.
Absolutely, yes. About Time was started about 4.5 years ago. I was involved in doing sports performance training and nutritional consultations.
Right.
We saw a little gap in the market for products that were just really all natural and simple ingredients and were truly healthy as opposed to healthy marketing.
Right.
So we started with About Time whey protein isolate. And it was just 4 ingredients, sweetened with stevia. It's all natural. And, you know, the concept behind it was it's about time a product tastes great and also has the right ingredients, because you're used to seeing so many of the laundry list of ingredients in a lot of these health supplements and stuff like that. So that's kind of what prompted us to start it. And we initially just started out to provide better products to our clients in the community, and it's really taken off.
Well, I'm all about health and wellness. You know, we sponsor Sarah Warner, our athlete, and she has her fit camps, and they're all women. And, you know, you've been so kind and generous with your products so that, you know, our folks can actually enjoy them. And big on making sure that it's natural. I mean, when I look at the labels, what I love about it is that you can actually pronounce it and you know what you're eating. But it's also very good for you. And definitely, I've seen a lot of your athletes that you've worked with and how much it has helped them perform as well. Because not having the ability to pronounce what you're eating is somewhat
can be problematic.
It's somewhat, and there's a lot of products in the market, and that's what I find interesting. I mean, it's a huge industry, the fitness industry.
Absolutely.
But what I'm intrigued by with the term of fitness is it truly all about fitness, and is it just more about the marketing side? And when I look at your product, I am very much tied into supporting and endorsing it. You're in GNC stores, I believe?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And so if you were to access or want to try out these bars, I know our general managers in Orlando and Salem, as well as Boston, tried them. They thought they were phenomenal. But if you were to access them, let's say you could go on the website.
You can go on the website. You can go to your local GNC or gnc.com, or you can even come to our website where we, we actually have where you can buy single servings of the protein powder or the meal bar. So that way you try it before you actually make an investment into a larger container or a box of bars.
Right. Here's the thing, folks. The reason I like talking about health and wellness is it's tied directly into your finances. And I do talk to so many of our listeners about getting to be financially healthy. We offer low interest rates on our mortgages, purchases, and obviously refinances. But the big part of that is your health is number one. I put that as number one on the list. Then comes your finance and your family, obviously, and faith. And I say to folks, if you have questions about Time or Sean Marszalek, you can always call us here at 1-800-662-9550. What have you seen in the market in the last 5 years? You know, you started as a business owner and an entrepreneur. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, not at all. But it's fun. You know, I enjoy it. And then some people just enjoy creating and building companies. That's one of my hobbies. And I just wanted to touch real quick on the misconception of some of these products like we talked about for fitness. And there's such a different terminology for fitness and health. And you know, we kind of look at it as health and fitness as opposed to sports nutrition. So a lot of people look at things like protein shakes and protein powders and meal bars and they think they're only for, hardcore athletes. And
Right.
what we're trying to help people understand is, these products are for everyone. If you're a mom doing Zumba on the weekends,
Right.
to help recover from your Zumba class,
Yes.
or if you're taking a spinning class, or, you're a 5K runner, these products are for you, as opposed to just a hardcore athlete who's out there playing, college ball at 22 years old.
Well, that's what's nice, because it reaches out to just the folks out there, the real everyday person, men, women, not necessarily competing in the NFL, let's say, but I mean, you sure have, encountered that and have given your products to athletes, pro athletes, but it reaches the masses, and it is helpful to folks to be able to keep fit, keep healthy, yet not be putting stuff in their body that is so processed that they can't really, there's no benefit. I use the products. My staff love the bars. I mean, you have the coconut bars, which are amazing. There's a few others that are coming out, right?
Yeah, we have a bar that was just released this week. It's a date-based bar, so it's a fruit, nut, and protein bar. It's basically just dates, egg white protein powder, pecans, almonds, and cinnamon. So very simple, and simple ingredients, and taste great. So it's for people that are on the go, that don't have time to grab their breakfast, or instead of hitting the vending machine and grabbing a Snickers bar,
Right.
keep one of these in your purse and make healthier choices. It's about making healthier choices, not about eating perfectly all the time.
Right, and you're also someone who's come from that personal training industry as well, so you have an understanding of how the human body works, and that I think is very useful in designing a product like this that is going to be fueling your body versus
Absolutely.
bringing it into like a crash. People end up having products in their body, they think that it's going to work for them, but then there's a major crash after they eat the product. So definitely for performance, you would say it is a very healthy type of product, the About Time products that you have.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, when you talk about the crash, a lot of times people are talking about energy drinks and pre-workout drinks and stuff. And we have a new pre-workout that we released, and we didn't load it with a bunch of caffeine, and it's got the right ingredients to help your body work on a cellular level. There are some natural caffeines coming from yerba mate and guarana and green tea extracts, so you feel alert and you feel like you want to work out, but you're not all jittery and you don't crash after your workout. It just gives you nice cellular energy.
Well, here's the thing. The reason I connected with you, Sean, is because I see things in the long term. When we do finances, let's say when a person purchases a home or when they refinance, we always make sure they have the lowest interest rates because we're in wholesale lending. Because the lowest interest rate on the long term is going to save you the most. And we're all about the long-term financial future of your family. And that applies to your health as well. You want to be in a place where you have a long and healthy life, not sort of use products that may end up being dangerous. And I mean, I watched a few segments. There was a segment on Brian Williams. I found it very fascinating because there's a lot of supplements out there, and certainly they may have warnings not to take 2 servings, but yet people don't really pay attention, or they don't know how products can actually end up affecting them in a negative manner. And that's why I say to folks, always look at the long term when it comes to your health, when it comes to your finances, because these are important things, and you want to be around for your kids, for your grandkids. I mean, life is long. Let's
Absolutely.
plan for it that way, don't you think? And here's the other thing, folks. I do want you to reach out to us as well if you have questions on About Time. Our number here is 1-800-662-9550. Tell me a little bit about entrepreneurship, your faith, fitness, how you feel about all of these combined, and the journey itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm one of these people that I feel like you can have it all. Some people think you can have a career, but
Right.
because I'm so busy, I don't have time to work out, or because I'm working out and I have a business, I don't have time for relationships.
Right.
And, I'm trying to find that balance because I love my work. Makes it a lot easier because I haven't felt like I worked a day in the last 5 years doing what I do, so that
Right.
helps. But I make time for fitness. I'm actually involved with CrossFit.
Nice.
So working out, not as much as I used to. If I get into the workouts 3 or 4 days a week, I try to keep it there where it used to be 6-7 days a week, but a lot of travel sometimes does prevent that. So you got to be realistic and not set your goals too high. So then you're always disappointing yourself. So, I'm kind of in a maintenance mode where 3 days a week, 4 days a week, I'm happy, but that's still, I would take that for the rest of my life if I can get it in 3 or 4 days a week. My faith, I'm what you call a spiritual person.
Yeah.
I've studied the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. I've looked at all these, and kind of come to my own conclusions. I'm more involved with like chakra and Reiki treatment and things that have given me true clarity in life and how I want to, live my life and what I want to represent to my business and my family. So,
and you have a beautiful family. You have a son. So
I do have a son. Yes, he'll be 13 this summer, so he's a handful.
That's wonderful. But here's the thing, what I do want to say, because we're wrapping up, I want to say thank you, Sean, for being here and for the About Time products. They are really changing people's lives. That's important. Health and wellness is number one on our list. So should finances be. So if you folks do need to reach out to us, the number here, 1-800-662-9550. Stay well, folks.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.